Hey everybody, welcome to Jen Lowry Writes. It is a happy Friday. First, I want to give a special shout out to my friend Tish Bouvier, my dear sweet sister. She just published one of her poetry books, her haiku book, and it's called Everyday Haiku Life is a Prayer. And it is on pre-order right now. You can pick up your copy, and it is going to be released out into the world on April the 17th, International Haiku Day. So today marks the day where Tish got bestseller 3 categories and #1 new release for her haiku book. So congratulations to Tish. I did want to just give her this quick shout out. And guys, I got a behind the scenes look at the book and I absolutely hugged it through the screen. Just loved it. And I got to see, I know, Sherry, and I got to just see a quick video that Tish made of how beautiful the interior came out. It's going to be a paperback too, Sherry, and I know you're a paperback person. We have our preferences, though. I don't think it has anything to do with age, because I'm going to tell you, holding the book in your hand and just going through it and having picture bookmarks and there's just something special about hugging books. So yeah, I hug books all the time. So when I said I hugged it through the screen, first of all, I got an opportunity to read the art copy. I got an advanced reader copy, but I also had an opportunity to jump on and do a pre-order for that book too. So to help support Tish and all of her efforts in getting out her message. So I'm extremely excited about Tish today. I texted her and said, I've got you a special delivery coming. Just be careful for Tuesday. Look out, because something's coming. Just want you to give you the heads up. But she has no clue what it is. So it's a surprise, but I'm excited for her and I wanted to celebrate all that Tish has been doing. And so I'm here just hanging out, Sherry. I'm working on some other stuff. Thanks to you, I finished the Monarch Method. So that's out. And I don't know if it worked or not, Sherry. I was going to talk to you about it in the morning, but I sent you a free pass to the conference. So I sent you a free pass through YouTube. Through YouTube. I'm looking at the YouTube icon. I sent you a free pass through the Facebook event. So maybe check your Facebook and see if you got a free ticket. You deserve to be the guest of honor since you are the one that challenged me to go forward with the Monarch Method. So I just want to celebrate you and celebrate you that whole entire day, Sherry. Yay! I've never done that before, Sherry. That's the first time ever. So definitely when the paperback is ready, it's in pre-order right now. So on Kindle, on KDP, you can make an ebook pre-order, but you can't make a paperback pre-order. And when I ordered the proof of the Monarch Method, it's going to have the not for resale on it. And that one is just for my proof copy, just to make sure like the interior formatting is on point and I've got everything all set up the way, like the front pages and the back matter and all that. Does it all line up? But I don't want you to get the one that has that. So as soon as it releases live in paperback, then I'm going to hit gift and I'm going to send you the book as a gift. So just know that's coming too. So you get the book and the conference because you're amazing. And I really love you and thank you for encouraging me in that way. So that's news. Did that event work? Got everything pre-scheduled and then put up last night or the night before. Stayed up really late the past couple of days. It was like 11:30. And Sherry, I'm having to get up at 5:30, but I have to do my pockets of time. And so with my pocket for the evening, Eli wanted to watch a show. So we watched the show together. And then as soon as it was over, I was like, okay, I've got work to do. Well, it was uploading the final manuscript after Sally edited it and got it all polished, got it all fixed up. And when I got the final manuscript in, I put it right back into KDP. So it is Kindle. It is going to be under Kindle Unlimited for those of us who have Kindle Unlimited plans. So if you don't have a KU plan, you can still get the Kindle copy. So you can have it on your Kindle Cloud reader. Or you can get the paperback. It's just right now, pre-order is only KDP for, ebook. It's just how that they operate. They don't do paperback pre-orders there. If I would have went through Ingram Spark, I would have been able to set up a paperback pre-order, but I did not use them for the book. I wanted the book to be on KU because I use KU for my research. And I thought, what would that be for someone else? If they had KU, they might want to use the Monarch method for their research. So I definitely prayed about what direction. If I was going to do the craft book, I think it matters that it's on KU for me. So that's how I went with that one. But you don't have to be a part of it. You can still get it, the Kindle, for $5.99. But I'm going to send you the paperback. I know you like paperbacks. So you got it. Oh, Tish is texting. Hooray. Okay. Oh, no. Y'all, it is hailing so bad where my nieces live. It's like gigantic. I don't know if you can look at that. What in the world? That's like car damage. Oh, that's like crazy car damage. Be careful. Wow. All right. So you can drop in the chat what you're working on. I am going and updating Offbeat. Oh, I'm so excited about that, Sherry. So when I commissioned a new cover artist, I'm slowly but surely wanting to rebrand. I can show you. I can show you really quick. And I'm going to have Tia on the show. So super excited about that. Look at that. I love it. Okay. So Offbeat is a new face. Thanks, Ann. Ann, guess what? If you hop over, Sherry, you see this yay and this go Tish? Sherry is hanging out with me. Sherry, Ann is on Facebook. And that's why I love triple streaming. Because, guys, we have our places. So then I get to like relay messages. I get to play like we're like with those little phones and the cords. And I've got all these cords connecting us. Yay. And it's so nice to have you here too. We were just bragging all about Tish. So Tish hit #1 new release. I don't know if you saw it in the group yet. Tish put a picture up as soon as she saw it. And then, of course, I get on and I take a picture of it. I made a podcast about it. And you said pre-order. And she's got 3 categories for haiku, her new haiku book, Everyday Haiku. So I know, Ann. I'm so excited. When one of us wins, we all win. And it's our job to celebrate one another. She's still rocking the world. Here is the link. I'm throwing it up there. Sherry said, hey, Ian. See, we can do that. All right. So, Ian, drop in the chat what you're working on this afternoon. Now, you're busy. Your book is coming out. Oh, Ian said, hey, Sherry, with a bunch of eyes. Well, she said, hi. I said, hey. That's my paraphrase. That's my translation. And then we've got A Tale of Ashes coming out next week. Oh, Ann, so excited. And you've got your Instagram live tomorrow. I saw that. We meet in boot camp from 8 to 10. I saw that it's going to be at 10 o'clock in the morning on your Instagram. So I'm going to try my best. When I pop out of boot camp, we're going to go, and I'm going to try my best to pop into your Instagram live. So I saw that was at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I've got that in my mind to transition over from boot camp into that. Oh, look. Sherry said, yay, Ann. Ann has an amazing book and cover. So very proud of you, Ann. Oh, very fancy, Ann. Ann is working fancy today. Y'all, when that bell rang, and it was, y'all, we've only worked 2 days. I'm going to tell y'all, being back in the classroom full, whew, it was lovely. It was joy. It was really great to see the kids. But I'm one tired teacher, so I drank 3 cups of coffee. And I've been staying up, Ann. So Ann just said she needs sleep. Trust me. I've been staying up till like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, running the author stuff because it's Nano month and I got pockets of time and I'm trying to like squeeze things in. And this morning, y'all, legit, I took 3 cups, heated them up in a big tumbler that should have been filled with water, and I took that thing to work. And then the kids were like, I told the kids were like, you know what? You might not need to do that. Oh, Sherry's checking out. Oh, go check on Mom. We love you too, Sherry. Good. Oh, I know. I get to sleep until like 7:30. I am too, Sherry. I say that, and then something's going to happen. I'll get in the email or something will ding, and I'll be awake. Let's see if I can sleep till 7:30 tomorrow. And then I have a lunch date with Sam. I'm taking Sam for lunch date. So and tomorrow is just going to be a relaxing day, catching up on Author World. And I'm going to start doing that Author World now because I got to go on Ingram Spark right now because I got an email today. But I couldn't touch it. I couldn't do anything with it. But it was the announcement that Offbeat is ready for your approval. Love it. I loved working with this designer. Her Ingram Spark proof went straight through. The title is pending. So let us go and look at it. I am downloading the proof. So I'm really excited. I made some interior corrections. I made some grammar fixes. And then the cover. Oh, Ingram Spark, you're such a beauty. You're such a beauty. Oh, you're a beauty. So I'm looking at, oh, look. Oh, okay. I got to share. Got to share the screen. I have to. And I'm still proofing it. But look at this. Ah, I went too far. Hide, you little button. Okay, I'm trying to scroll down here. I'm really trying, y'all. And it's like going so slow. Oh, and it's popping all around. I'm not really trying to play with your eyes right now. Look at that. And then my new logo is here, and she helped touch it up. So love it. Mary Oxendine is on top of the charts and should be on top of the world. And the name means so much. My children's grandmother is an Oxendine, and so Mary is named after her, the Oxendine name. And then Mary, my niece, got to choose the name in the book. And Bella is her name. And so she got to choose her first name. And I don't know if I told you guys in the story, but like her stage name is Mary Bella. And Bella, I was like, okay, what do you think? What's the name? And I had just been listening to Mary, Did You Know? And she was like, oh, that's hard. I don't know. And I'm like, well, I just listened to Mary, Did You Know? In the car, and I was singing along. And then I was like, okay, we'll name her Mary. And then we named Presley Whitley after my other great nieces. But of course, that's girl names, but Presley's name is named after, and Whitley's their last name. So that's my guy in the book. And as soon as we opened the door, the woman said, hi, my name's Mary. And I'm like, of course. I was like, Bella, did you see that? Did you see that? Oh, so sweet. Love that, Anne. Logo love. And so there is my girl. There's my offbeat. And here's my interior checks. And then, of course, I have to give a shout out to Eli, Solomon, and Samuel, and Aunt Dot. And how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. And so missing pieces come back. So that's what I'm getting ready to do, guys. I'm working through and checking all of the interior of the book. And just going through and making sure it's all good. Then I will get my copy. In the mail. Merv was the name of their dog. So I pretty much stole my whole niece's name bank. Chance has been in a book. Rachel's been in a book. Now I've got Presley, Whitley, Bella. Patience has her own book coming out next year. She is the Fae of Averly. Her name is Patience. That's my niece's name. Tish asked me in an interview this week. I'm sneaking those things in there. I'm like, it's to honor my family. This one I'm really considering getting a hardback for. I already have it in audio. Abigail Vetter is an amazing narrator. I'm waiting on ACX to send me new codes. All right. It now gets an approval. I approve this title, and I am sending a confirmation email to keep it. Your book is now ready to order. Yes. We highly suggest placing an order for a single copy or a few copies of your book prior to placing larger quantity orders. Reviewing smaller orders ensures the finished product meets your expectations prior to committing to larger quantity orders. Would you like to place an order now? Y'all see by the look on my face. The answer is yes. Oh, I don't need you to guide me through. I have ordered quite a few from you. All right, Ingram Spark. We're checking on my pricing. And of course, I'm going to be doing basic. I'm not doing $70-some residential next day. Don't you worry about that. Basic. One of them. And I click the button, and then I hit submit. And I can't wait to get this one in the mail. I told Eli today, I said, you can get your tools in the mail all you want. I can get my books in the mail all I want. Well, let's see what we've got here. And I got to step away a second because I'm getting ready to order this book live, and I don't know my numbers off the top of my head. I'm not fancy like that. You know, like my new Scooby-Doo shirt, Solomon gave me Scooby-Doo. So sweet of my child. All right, I just got my approval email. Just came through. That's super cool. Okay, let's check my numbers here. Let's see what I'm working with, y'all. I'm getting a copy of Offbeat. There we go. I'm ordering it with my business one. And submit. One moment. Thank you. Your order has been submitted for processing. All right. I have been waiting to do that all day. Oh, and I did played around with them. Well, that's just my confirmation. I played around with the interiors with Word, and I built a template that has pretty much worked. And when I went in and fixed some of the grammar errors that the editor had found, and I fixed through and went through them, I was like, oh no, what if it's not going to work now? And sure enough, it worked. And it went through that first pass. There's Jaden. Hey, Jaden. And so for me, it was trial and error. It was getting proofs and checking them because I had everything wrong and margin error crazy one time. But once I kind of got that template set up, then it makes it easier. So, like, for example, when it was time to build fact versus fiction, I wanted a new template. So I built the inside of, like, this is the proof copy, but I wanted to make sure that, you know, it could now be a template that I can use, and it has just that stuff, of course, the table of contents, but that I would be able to say, okay, this is the way that I want to do my poetry books from now on, and I want them to have white pages instead of cream, and I want to have like the numbers at the top, and so this is now my template that I feel really good about for poetry books. So then once I got this proof and it all works and it all looks great, then I make a copy again, and then I call it something new. So Take a Walk with Me is going to be the title of my next poetry book. And I'm going to collect pictures. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys what one of my projects is going to be for each of the seasons. And so my next poetry book is going to be 4 parts instead of the 3-part book or the 2-part book that I have this time. I have fact versus fiction this time. But my next poetry book is going to have 4 parts per season. And I'm going to be taking black and whites. They're not going to be color. And I'm going to do a condensed size of the pictures. It's not going to like take up like the whole page, but I want to have the pictures with it. And then I'm going to build like complimentary photos, like a photo book that I can give out to people. But I'm going to use the color ones in a PDF. And I'm going to give those out on my website. And that will be for people who want to see like the full spreads. Those are going to be on my website for free. And I'm going to use canva.com just to build that PDF. So that's actually a secret project that I've just kind of announced for the first time. But it's going to be called Take a Walk with Me. And that's my new poetry book. And it's going to be walking through the seasons, the North Carolina seasons. So right now, you're wondering, where did I get this idea from? It's the picture on my Instagram. So if you guys go check out my Instagram, Solomon and I were taking a walk on Sunday, and we were celebrating time together. I was the Monarch Method. H stands for the Hallelujah chapter. And so we actually went to a monarch butterfly garden. No monarchs around, but we still went. So a part of the Monarch Method, the last chapter is to celebrate the accomplishment of a finished book. And for me, it was going to the North Carolina Botanical Gardens at Chapel Hill. And so Solomon and I were walking up and down. We were up and down Franklin Street, and I could smell it and I could see. I said, wait, we're near it. I said, we're near a dogwood. And it was the first dogwood that I had seen in bloom. And I got real emotional seeing that dogwood, I will tell you, because I had a lot of dogwoods around me where I'm from. So I was like, baby, let's get a picture. And I tried to take one with my phone. My phone is not the best camera. And then he did one with his phone, and he sent it to me. And so that's Solomon's snapshot when we went. And I have the lighthouse picture. And guess what we were doing, Jada? We were taking a walk. And so that's going to be spring walk. There's going to be poetry from those pictures that we take. So I'm really excited about putting together that North Carolina poetry book to honor the seasons. Now we got some crazy up and down weather in North Carolina, but right now, like, what were we last week? We were in fake spring, fake fall, fake winter. They called it that, Ann, on some kind of poster. I can't remember. It's like we were in fake winter because we actually, I'm so glad I didn't put the plants out. I am, Jaden. Oh, Jaden said I need to make that as an introduction. So, yes, it's going to have a dear reader at the beginning. I love doing dear reader letters. Dear reader letters are important. They're important to me. When I did the Monarch Method, I got the dear reader letter right up there talking about how Sherry encouraged me to write the book. But last week we had frost, and I was so glad I didn't put the jalapenos outside. So, yeah. So I'm sure that some of my seeds and my planting, it's going to get in there one day. And my dream is to have a farm. Right now, It's not a farm. It's a bucket with some plants in it. It's going to be coming soon this weekend is when I'm going to plant them. I say that. But Jaden, I better check the weather. And I only bought one bag of potting soil, so I'm going to have to go. See, I need to plant them before that rain comes in tomorrow. But we're under a severe thunderstorm warning, which isn't good. So we lost internet in the middle of homeschooling the other night, and we couldn't do our vocabulary. And I was like, dang. Okay, I'm texting Tish. Oh, Michelle's texting too. Of course. And we need Allie's. Okay. Well, when I say farm, I mean just like land that has a lot of trees on it. Now, my husband wants goats and chickens. My niece has cows. And she runs full-time life. Yeah. Trust. Jaden has called it out, Ann. I find joy in these things, though. And so where I'm from, my grandma, I wrote a book, Myrtle's Garden, for her. My grandma, Myrtle, she had a garden in her backyard in the middle of town. And it was a thriving garden. You would have thought that it was pure country living, and it was in town. And my granny also had a garden. Now, hers had a lot more land to it, but she had a garden. And so growing up, I just have these fond memories of walking through the rows with my grandma. And I just want land where I'm just going to be, not like, so when I say farm, let me kind of maybe back up a little bit and say I would love to be able to have a place to have rows. Where I live right now, the rows aren't going to happen, but I've got potted plants outside that I will do the herbs. I'll do basil, oregano, peppers, stuff that can just, bell peppers and jalapenos, stuff that can grow here in my pots. But one day I want collards, I want rows, but not like where it has to be a tractor or anything like that. But just a really nice piece of land. It's a dream. Ann said her husband wants a farm and she wants a flat in the city. So we got country mouse, city mouse going on right now, Ann. Well, my husband and I we have the same goal for that. He would love to have him a shop where he could like work on stuff, like make like knives and stuff and work on welding and have himself a blacksmith. I know that's what he would love to do in his free time. He loves watching that stuff on YouTube. All right, so Ingram Spark, I got the yes. And you had asked me about is audio really expensive? So the other Ann in our group, she paid for the contract. So she paid up front for a narrator and she dealt with it that way. For my narrators, we went in royalty share. So I have amazing pool of narrators that really carry just that Southern voice. Like they get it. And so we do royalty share. And I love them dearly. and I cycled through between two main narrators for my work. So I have another Anne, who is my narrator, and then I have Abigail. I don't know if I've ever told you that story, but that story is phenomenal. That story is phenomenal. So there are different platforms that you can use for narration, and you can research all of the different ones. I chose ACX, but there are other people that do Findaway Voices. There are just different, you know how you and I talk back and forth, like we like certain, like I like my GoDaddy website and you like your WordPress, or you like, Michelle likes her Squarespace. We all have like different ones that we like. Research all of the different ones that allow indie authors within the reach of audio. So I chose ACX. Oh, Jaden wants to narrate his next book. So he can, because it's like a memoir. And Jaden, one of my narrators before, but she had complications, and this book has not been, it's my scary book. It's not making it through the light of day, but she was actually working out of a place in a closet that she had kind of makeshifted into a studio. You can find videos out there about how to optimize your space, and you can read yourself. And so with ACX, I love that platform personally, Anne, and I would just encourage you to research the different platforms and talk to different people. But I went on ACX and I uploaded my project and I started looking for voices, and I just sat and listened and listened. So yes, Jaden, and that's why other people, they like to look at. So when you go to, if you guys use Drafted, so Jaden asked about publishing through Amazon. It's Audible. And then if you go to Drafted Digital, they have like those next steps, and I think they were connected. I'll drop in that next one that you can check, because they do Audible, Apple Books, Chirp, Scribd, and 40 other ones. Findaway Voices. I've had that's a weird Google search. Here, let me actually click into it. But the more research, then you can make your informed decisions and go with what's best for you. And you can check them out too. But I'm sure the platforms are probably very similar. But when I uploaded my project, then I was able to listen to sample tracks, and I heard this voice, and I was like, that's Lyric. Like, I knew 100% that was Lyric Harper and the harmonic bridge. Like, I knew it was Lyric Harper. I said, this has got to work, Jesus, because I'm telling you, that's Lyric. And I sent an email, and we connected, and it was magic, and it was Jesus, and it was open doors, and it was the right time and just the right fit. And Abigail is absolutely phenomenal, and she was Lyric 100%. And having her read Lyric was so special to me, because Lyric, of course, she's gifted in music, and she goes to a gifted school for music. Comes to find out, though, it's not all what it's meant to be on the brochure. It's special gifts. So it is a contemporary fantasy, Anne. I would love to gift you with that, Anne. If you like audiobooks and you love fantasy, I would love to gift you with, so you can hear Abigail. But we worked through the platform. You know, we talked back and forth through the platform only, right? Because that's what you do. It's a professional site and you're talking back and forth. And the next thing I know, it's just community right here. Out of 10,000 auditions, opportunities for auditions, the one lyric, y'all. It's just absolutely amazing to know how right here, like, what are the odds of that? Just phenomenal. So she's also my offbeat girl. She's also Mary Oxendine. And so it's funny because when I heard her voice then became a part of my writing life. And so when I wrote lyric, I didn't have her voice then, right? But when I wrote Offbeat, I had Abigail there. Abigail just showed up. Her voice was there. And she talked me through that book. And so it was really easy to write Mary Oxendine one. But having that narrator, that voice in my head, it worked. And she picked up Offbeat. And so Abigail is also my Offbeat girl. And then Anne, she does more of my adult work. She did a Magical Christmas Wedding. Love it. She was a Mackenzie. So she worked great for Mackenzie's voice. Because you know what? Mackenzie is a teacher. And guess what my narrator is? Yeah, you get one guess. You get one guess. Just one. Let me see. Let me see if you get it. And so, a Magical Christmas Wedding, I've got Mackenzie Hart, and she's a teacher, and my narrator is a teacher. I have two musically gifted singers. I've got Lyric Harper, and I've got Mary Oxendine, and guess what my narrator is? Yeah, guess what my narrator is, though? My narrator works for music school. That is no joke. That is no joke. It just can't happen this way. It's all God, y'all. It's all Jesus. I'm telling y'all. And so, to me, Anne is perfect for that. And then Anne is perfect for Jasleen in my paranormal book. She's great for bridges. She just hit bridges. She hit bridges running over bridges. And that was a good fit for her. Oh, Jaden, now let me tell you. Yes, Jaden has asked the question of all questions. Where do you find illustrators? And are you saying for a children's picture book? He said he searched, but each one is like $1,200. And I did get a friend to tell me, like, for one of her children's picture books, she's not in the WWJs, but she's someone that I know that went that route. And she found an illustrator, and the price was around $1,500 for all of the final put together and all of that. So I illustrate my own work. So I also have people that I know that have commissioned illustrators. It's a tough one. Like, you look for their portfolios, you ask for samples. Are you looking to do a children's book, Jaden? I'll show you. Hold on. Anne got a new bookshelf. I got a new bookshelf. My husband spoils me. So now I've got like a WWJ bookshelf, y'all. So now it's really easy to pull my WWJ books. So we've got illustrators in the WWJs. I don't know, Anne, have you seen Tracy's book, Double Trouble? Tracy Murdoch. It's hardback. There's Tracy. She wrote this for her twin girls. So when you say an illustrator, Jaden, do you mean a cover designer? Okay, Ann. Love you, Ann. Ann's got to go. Love you, Ann. I thought that's what you were talking about, Jaden. When you said an illustrator, I'm thinking children's books. What are we talking about here? Put it in the chat. You're talking about cover designer. I'm trying to think of what you're talking about. Let's see what you... I love you too, Ann. Oh, so you were just asking. Yeah, it's it is. I mean, but you've got to think. Yeah, Ann was saying if you're looking for a cover designer, there's tons of Facebook groups out there that are good for that. That's actually how I found my cover designer too. And then we have a cover designer with the WWJs who did Love Over Pizza. So my Fly Felix and me, I did all the art in here. So I drew all this out, but I'm not an illustrator. I would never claim to be an illustrator, but I can draw on bugs. And I had so much fun with this book. Look, I just love this part. Look at my pickle jar. So yeah, I actually, I drew this one out. But it serves its purpose. Avoid the evil flapper. I had so much fun writing this book. It's called My Fly Felix and Me. I'll show you my favorite picture, and I don't know why. I cannot tell you why, but that is my favorite picture in the whole entire book. Is this kite with Lucy on it. I don't know why, but that's a picture that just makes my heart feel joy. Now, not the part where she crashes, not that one. And I love my rocket ship too. But I love that kite. I don't know. And so yes, I could do bugs. I could do my bugs. And I had a digital tablet. I bought a tablet for $50. I used Adobe, and I had Illustrator, and I had InDesign, and so that's what I used. So I did that. I took a leap of faith and said, you know what, My Fly Felix and Me. So that's one written in Illustrator, but these are my bugs. And I'm going to have a whole series of those bugs. I've already got the second one edited. It's ready to go, but I need to hold off. That's going to come out 2022. So 2022 is going to have already 3 books in the lineup. Right now I got... Hey, Jaden, it was so much fun, though. I sat with the tablet. This is no joke. And I was like, okay, how do I do this? I watched some YouTube videos on how to change the paintbrush and get the basic colors. And you see, I went kind of with a basic palette because I don't know how to do all that fancy kind of combo and all that. And I just sat and I just said, okay, here's the kite. Okay, let's put Lucy, because I had already drawn Lucy. So then I could have a transparent of Lucy and I could just stick her on that kite. I didn't keep drawing Lucy because I already had her. I could use her again. And so I did like transparency. Oh, this is audio right now. Good news. See, I love them. I'm giving a hug. I even said today, I was like, I love ACX, and the customer service has been really great with me. And I've been waiting for those codes because we're about to have an offbeat celebration. Once I get the book in the mail, Jaden, my new book has a brand new cover from last year. I published it in 2020, but it needed a new cover. And so I'm excited about that new cover. Super happy about that. So I'm going to close out my Ingram Spark. And I've got that one already up in approval. And the order has been made. I'm going to get the new one and then get to replace that old one. I mean, it was my first cover attempt to have up there for a fiction book. I do my nonfiction covers, but my fiction, I wanted, it needed a makeover, and it got one. So now I'm about to email, if I can, a famous person. So now my question for you guys is, how many people have you reached out to in emails with either ARC copies, asking them would they help you with your launch, your celebrations coming? And so I'm going to go bold, and yeah, Jaden, yeah. And I tried my best, but it wasn't enough. And so I think it's a great fit. Let me even go and look and see if it's popped in, if Ingram Spark, it's approved. I have to see if it all matches now. Yeah, so you will be able to see it. Okay, you will be able. Good, Jaden. Yeah, I'm getting my list for Offbeat just for the celebration. So here is my new commissioned cover for Offbeat. And you guys got a chance to see that. And then here's the audiobook cover. And then Ingram Spark just approved it. I just went through those stages. I just did this live and submitted it. So this was the old cover. So you kind of get to see that's Mary Oxendine, and that was Presley. And I tried, and I made the letters offbeat, so they're kind of like off, and put some stage lights behind her and some music, and I did the back wrap by myself and tried to have the lights there, but it just wasn't. I like the new one. The new one is Mary because it's Mary hiding behind the curtain. And she's a famous pop star, and she's got millions of fans. But secretly, she wants to sing for the Lord. I'm just going to tell you, Jaden. And she's hiding it from everyone. And so when I saw that cover, I was like, there's Mary hiding. And she's hiding that part of herself to gain the world. And so as soon as I saw it, I was like, man, this is the cover. This is it. So I felt very blessed to be able to work with the designer. And as soon as I got the cover, it was done within a week, up and uploaded. Like it was like a 2-day turnaround. It was a phenomenal professional working relationship, and it was super on point. All right. So I'm trying to figure out. I'm probably I'm looking for a publicist. I need my glasses. Okay, let's see. Here, Jaden, I'm looking up. I'm trying to see how you can contact Steve Harvey. They have a Steve and Marjorie Harvey Foundation, and they do a lot with youth programming, mentoring. Mentoring program for young men. I don't know. For some reason, there you go, Jaden. Maybe some young men in that group might like your devotional. We can throw it out there if anybody knows old Steve Harvey. Hook them up with Jaden. Let's go to LinkedIn. And I'm going to look. Let's go to the website. So there's no, just a subscribe. Let's go to Instagram. At least you tried. Guess who I contacted? I tried. Dolly Parton. I tried because of Imagination Station and what she does for children's literature and literacy. And I did. I tried. I also reached out to Lauren Daigle before. Natalie Grant's agent. Hey, you tried. All we can do is try. It's fun trying. You never know. And now I get to put up the cover. And I'm just going to tag people in it. I think that's my only way. And if it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen. You never know who looks at things. But Jesus knows if it's meant to be. I was making a list with another author yesterday. I was helping them make up a list of people within their community that they were reaching out to because they had a community book. They had a local book. All right, I'm getting ready. Working author life. I saw that. I live right near Raleigh. Hey, you tried that. Oh yeah, I tried to use a couple of lines from a poem with my publishing company and was told it was going to be like $400 for 500 print run, and then after that it was like an undisclosed amount. You couldn't see it, you didn't know what it would that next price be. I was like, I'm gonna write my own poem. And so I wrote a poem to go into the book that the girl in my book is memorizing. Yeah, I wrote it. I was like, nah, can't do that. I know how you feel, Jaden. All right, so now I'm going to go to canva.com. That's where I go to make all my images from, and I'm going to make me an Instagram image. I taught a teacher how to use Canva today. I love sharing Canva. And educators get a free upgrade. Now, I have a personal Canva I do all my author stuff on. Then I have that educator email that I use for that. Teachers can get a free one. I pay for Canva because I love it so much. And then just on the bottom, I'm going to say paperback book audio. Audio is very important for me because of the accessibility issue. One of my dear sweet sisters in Christ and brother in Christ, they're both blind. They are a part of the WWJs. They are blind authors, and it brings me great joy to be able to say, oh, I've got that in audio. And then they can still use their e-readers if they need to, if one of them is not. Their screen readers, if one of them is not in audio yet, but my goal was to have all of my books in audio. Now, I did read my books for free. That was just a personal choice that I made. On one of my children's books, and I put it up on Amazon, and I read the chapters. And it was when the pandemic hit, and I wanted kids to be able to have an access to books. I'm about to read Love Over Pizza private videos, and those are going to be sent out to a nursing home, and it's going to be my gift to them, and I'm just going to be reading it privately. So that is one of my next projects. There is a nursing home in Raleigh that I get to send it to. Yeah, the color is a little pricey, Jaden. I understand. Even in Steve Martin's memoir, he did black and white. I'm going to do the black and white photos for my poetry book, the fall, winter, spring, summer book of the walks, but I'm going to do small little pictures, like little thumbnails, just to have the image there. But I'm going to take that color and I'm going to put it out. You could see you could price range it. You could try, because like you're only going to be paying for like possibly how many pages, how many pictures, right, in the memoir. I mean, you could contact the company that you use and give them like an estimate, like a number of how many pages and how many color pages of images that you're going to have in there, how many color images, and get a quote possibly. Yeah, so getting a quote would be a good start. So you could contact the company customer service and tell them what your goal is. Tell them what your ideal book is, and that you want it to be as cost efficient as you can. But as you know, Jaden, too, getting a profit is something that we need for our businesses. But we don't want to like you said, do like this a large number price charge, you know. Like so this one that I did is all color, and this one was paperback, and it's through KDP. So it's set up this way. You could possibly, they might have a like, and then Ingram might have like a color photo chart. Let me just see that while I'm making this. Print book options, types of books, inside the books, premium colors. Calculate now. Let's play. Here, I'm going to send you like the you might already know about it. See if that works. That link. You could play around and type color. This is the calculator. It can give you maybe an idea on Ingram. I'm making my next image that's getting ready to go up on Instagram. There it is. So now I'm going to go with my Facebook author page and get the link. Okay, checking on my Facebook while I'm here, all the author world. And going to my page. Wait to get it in the mail. That's what I'm talking about on my Facebook page. Okay. Okie dokie. And I pasted it. So I got that author business done. Now I'm going on to LinkedIn and okay. All right. Okay. And then I tagged her in it. And then I've got to go cook in a minute. So here's my little pocket of time. And then after cooking, and it's homeschooling, we are reading a fantasy book called Oversea and Oversea Under Stone by Susan Cooper. And it's getting really good. So I got some more reading to look forward to tonight. Okay. So I've got that. We're talking about book templates right now in a text with one of my author friends. And then I want to go and get that post I just put up on Facebook and put it on Instagram. Because I don't honestly care to use the Canva app. Okay. I saved it. Copy. Instagram. Let me make sure I cut the bottom piece off. I didn't. There's like a little one line. There we go. Now I'm up on Instagram, putting up a post. And I've pasted it in. The ebook and audio cover is up and shining. I can't wait to get the paperback in the mail. Thanks to Pat for being an inspiration behind the story by Mary. Behind Mary's curtain. I would love to send her a book to read. Pass the word if you know her. With a heart. And then okay. 2 books that matter. Pop star to Christian artist. There. It's out in the world. Lord, and if it doesn't say thank you. If it's out there, it's out there. And I did it. I did it. So there's the cover. Just made that image off of Canva. Oh, have I ever tried to do a script? So for church, I did. And they put on a Christmas play that I wrote. Love that. Solomon played a grumpy old man. He was really young. And we got him a beard and dusted his hair white. And I used to write scripts for my students every year. And we put on a huge production for my entire elementary school. So we did adaptions, of course. We did our own versions. Oh, so I did it at school or at church. I never did anything that I did more like plays. I never did anything like a screenwriter competition or. You keep working at it, Jaden. Keep working on script writing. But you can pitch them. You can pitch them. You never know. Studio might pick you up, Jaden. That's just something that I've never done. Have you ever seen, there's a book, Save the Cat. The last book on screenwriting you'll ever need. That's a book out there. You can possibly get it from your library. I got Save the Cat Writes the Novel from the library. I got that for Sam because my son Sam has an idea to write a book. And so I got him a book that's a craft book out there. So, but yeah. Now, a dream of mine would be my new thriller that's coming out. If it turns into a movie, that would be the coolest thing. So, dream out, spoken. Speak it out. Well, Jaden, it was great hanging out with you today. I got my work done. I got my image made, put out on social media. I got my book proof corrections added into Ingram Spark. All that's been uploaded. I got to talk to Sherry. Jaden, you'd love Sherry. Sherry had to pop out, go take care of her mom, but we love Sherry. You already met Ann. All right, you have a great one. All right, guys, I'll check y'all out later. I'll probably be online tomorrow with maybe some pockets of time. We'll see. So follow, subscribe, hit the bell. That way, when I'm going live, maybe you'll get that notification and be able to hop on with me. All right, bye, guys.